All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Sports Fan Talk. I'm your humble host, Big G.
It's your boy, Raider Mike.
And the young architect back at it again, man.
Yes, indeed. We got some interesting topics for you guys this week. We're going to get in and talk about LeBron James scoring that 40,000 point. Russell Wilson, him getting cut. Broncos saving some cash, and we're going to see where we think he might end up. Then we got the NFL Combine. You know, everybody's talking about that. You know what I mean? Breaking records of speed and quarterbacks looking good. And a lot of things going on there. We'll talk a little NFL free agency. Had some cuts. I think we had a 1 or 2 signings too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some interesting stuff there. And also, is the small ball era over in the NBA? As the Warriors style ran its course. You know, we'll get into that a little later. But kicking it off, we're going to talk about King James scoring his 40,000 point earlier this week. A lot of interesting topics come to mind when speaking on this because, you know, it's been, believe it or not, it's been a lot talked about on both ends. You know what I mean? You got them PEDs brought up, you know, KG, you know what he said about him. But I'm going to let y'all get off first, Raider Mike, since right now, your Laker Mike. That's your boy over there. Yeah, what you think about it, man? What's your assessment of him scoring the 40,000th, the longevity, the titles, just whatever you want to go, wherever you want to run with it.
Well, I'm gonna go right here on this. If LeBron James, I hate to say it, and I'm just gonna say it. I mean, we know Michael Jordan's a GOAT, but I'm gonna tell you what, nobody's played as good as LeBron James ever at this age, and I don't know. He might grow down to be he definitely gonna be hard to catch him on the scoring because he finna get probably 44,000 before he retire, at least point wise. The reason why he's played so long, he's kept himself in good condition. He spends $1 million on his body to keep himself in shape. LeBron is a damn machine, even though he's 38 right now, 38. If I'm not mistaken, and playing like this, nobody has ever played this good. Michael Jordan didn't play this good. Didn't play that long, but it was a different era. But still, you got to give LeBron credit. He got to be in the top 3 of the greatest players in the history of the NBA. He's the most physically gifted player ever. So I will give him that. But I think he's in the top 3. Huh?
So there ain't no doubt about that.
He's definitely, I got to give him that. But him being the best, I mean, he's the best player in his era, period. There's nobody in his era that's better than LeBron James. And I don't think we're getting arguments about that. Curry is a great shooter in his own right, but nobody's better than LeBron James in this basketball era right now. Not even KD. He's great, but he's not. Nobody is. I just don't. I don't see anybody better than him. But I think it's an incredible feat to get 40,000 points, and I don't think he's gonna stand alone. He's gonna be on Mount Rushmore alone. I don't think he'll be number 1. He's gonna be close. He's gonna be damn close if he don't. You know, you got to look at the longevity. You have to look at. Like I said, I thought Kobe played well, played longer, better than I thought he would in his later years. He had a long career, and he came, he balled out his last game, went out like a boss with 60. So I don't think nobody will ever touch that. But, but LeBron, I got to give him credit. I'm very impressed. He's on my team, but my Lakers, who who I really rock. Lakers, man, all my 80s Lakers, my 90s and my 2000s, with them Kareems and Magic. That's the reason why I became a Laker fan, because of Magic Johnson. So, but LeBron, I'll give him the utmost respect, not only as a basketball player, but as a person. I really like what he does off the court. That's right there what could put him past Michael Jordan. I mean, if you want to, his personality is much better. I got to give him that. I got to give him that. I got
he's more of a humanitarian.
He's more of a humanitarian than Jordan was. Jordan was a great basketball player. Let's make no mistake, but LeBron could go down. There's going to be arguments if he's the greatest basketball player ever, and we know it's going to happen.
Yeah,
but I would still give him a close second or third because I still got to go with Mike at number one. I got to go with Kobe, Mike number A1, and Kobe number B1 or something, and then LeBron could come after that. I got to give Kobe LeBron. I mean, only as closer to Jordan as my boy Kobe, and it depends who's choosing which team you like. You pick Kobe or you gonna take it. So that's it. I mean, kudos to him for doing his thing, man. I mean, I wish him much more success, and I hope he do get to play with his son.
Okay. Architect, what's your thoughts on it, man?
A big all for me. It only goes to show that. How can I say this? Besides him being obviously the greatest athlete virtually ever in the history of the NBA, it shows how much he truly loves the game of basketball. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no one else in the history of the NBA has taken care of their body like LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like, and we all heard the stories. He spends like $1 to $2 million on his body every offseason to make sure he's in the best of shape. You know, as great as all these other players were, if they took care of their body like LeBron did, there would probably be a different conversation. But for me personally, you know what I'm saying? Him hitting 40K career points, that is obviously no one's going to touch that because no one's going to play 20 years anymore. Like I highly doubt it. I think he's going to end with around 45K, maybe 46K points, just for the simple fact of the matter of like, he's going to play a few more years. You know what I'm saying? I think he averages about 1,700 points a season right now. So he can probably, if he plays about 3-4 more years, he'll probably end around 45K.
I think he's going to be playing 4 years. I think he ain't going to be pushing a walker.
He might, man. He might. You know, it's crazy. It might get to a point where like, he won't have to do much. He might go to a team that's like front running or some shit just because he loves basketball. You know what I'm saying? All his kids are virtually grown. He really don't, you know, all this stuff, but it's a big milestone. It's a big milestone for LeBron James. Like I said, in my opinion, he's the greatest basketball player of all time. For me, no one has come in with as biggest expectations as he has. And in my opinion, overachieved. Did he do it as far as like winning championships? Sure. Like he did what he was supposed to do. He won a championship for Cleveland. Cleveland never won a championship. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did that. You can say he created the super team, which isn't true. You can go look at the history of the NBA. Creating super teams is not something that LeBron James did. You can look at it all around, but LeBron James, all in all, man, hitting 40K career points. He realized for his entire career, he has a triple double as far as 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. No one else has done that. No one else can say they have done that. No one else ever will. You feel what I'm saying? Like he's
gonna get the stat numbers. He's gonna have that.
Oh, for sure. But again, you look at these older dudes, and they're talking about, Korea, all these guys, they played 20 plus seasons. Do you know LeBron James has averaged more points in these last 2 seasons than everybody else in their last, like all the older heads who played like 20 plus seasons. Like if you look at their points per game, they had like maybe 12, 10, 11, something like that. LeBron James is averaging almost 30.
How much did Kobe average in his last year?
Not much. I'll tell you that right now. And back
let's see.
Okay, let's see. Kobe Bryant last.
You got to pull it up.
Yep, Kobe Bryant last season. Because I know for his 60-point game, he took 50 shots. So hey, that's that. But his last season, Kobe Bryant averaged 17.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. He averaged 17, and he shot terrible. He shot 35% from the field. He shot 28%.
Remember, he was injured too. Let's not forget that.
Okay, we can add that to LeBron's thing too. LeBron has never been majorly injured. He's had nicks and tweaks and stuff like
man,
that.
well, I'm about to speak to that.
No, major injuries. I said nicks and tweaks, yes, for sure. Maybe the biggest injury he had was a couple years ago when he hurt his groin.
That
was in what year? 19.
That ain't where I'm going.
But I don't know, man. Me personally, as someone who's seen LeBron play from his first game to now, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Outside of Stephen Curry shooting the ball the way he does, Kevin Durant being able to score, like LeBron James is in my opinion, he stands on his own. But that's
well, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because you never got to see Jordan play in his prime. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you like this, bruh. It's not really close. Like what he could do and what LeBron could do, as far as man, I'm telling you,
I'm listening.
The moves, taking over a game, offensively, defensively. I've seen them both play. LeBron is a freaking beast. Like, it's no doubt. Physically, I think if you go physically, he's 1A, Jordan's 1B. Jordan used to bench press like 225, like 15, 20 times and shit, like before the games, you know what I mean? Get full workouts. So he wasn't as athletically inclined as LeBron is. Jordan was right there, man. You know what I mean? And then Jordan made how many all defensive teams? Like 9 or 10, So as far as that's concerned, but back to just LeBron scoring the 40,000 and the longevity, that's unheard of, man. And I hate to say it, man, but I'm inclined to go with KG. You know what I mean? When that's, I don't know. Did either one of y'all see what Kevin Garnett said? Right, they're having a conversation, and somebody brought up LeBron and Kevin Garnett. He just blew it off. Like, man, he's all fuck that, man. He off that Balco, man. You know what I mean? He off that new juice. And
KG's just hating.
But then also his business partner Ernest Mims and his trainer David Alexander were named in the Biogenesis. They were named as Biogenesis clients. And you remember, his wife was involved with purchasing some of that juice too, and one of his partners. I don't know if it's Rich Paul or the other guy, but
you talking about LeBron?
Man, when you smelling that many different people in your inner circle off of that juice, man, or have something to do with the juice, and LeBron, come on, man, nobody has done what he's done for this long, and he's getting better as he's getting older. So that's not natural. I don't give a damn what you say, man. And the thing is, me and Raider Mike, we've watched players get older. You know what they look like? They get stiff. You want them to do better like Jerry Rice his last year when he played for like the Seahawks.
Yeah,
he could still,
Well,
he was still Jerry, but he looked stiff. Because when you get older, I'm saying them tendons, them bones.
Bones was toe up when he went to Denver, and he just retired. He just said,
"That's
fuck
what
it."
I'm saying. It looks different, man. You can't tell me that LeBron cared more about his health than Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, that's what he's known for.
But that's what LeBron's known for.
Father Time is undefeated.
Undefeated, and LeBron is kicking Father Time's ass right now.
That's what I'm talking about. He's kicking the Father Time ass and running. He's doing the running man.
So was old 12 gauge, Tom Brady. He's doing the same thing.
That's different.
He was stiff, though. That motherfucker was stiff.
Yeah,
Brady was stiff his whole career.
Look, Brady stayed in the pocket. He didn't run. And you notice at the end of his career, instead of looking around, finding nooks and crannies in the pocket, he just be like, get somebody get close. He be like, oh shit. He just go down.
Go down, take it out.
Smart man.
Yeah. So, and I'm not to me, I think all players should be able to use whatever performance enhancers they want. That's how I feel about it. But, at your own risk. Like if you could do it smart, where your body's not like Lyle Alzado. I know you don't remember him, G. Right?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
He played for the Raiders.
Number 77.
Yeah, he played for the Raiders. Yeah.
He was doing heavy roids, man, and it eventually killed him. It took him out. Like I think he had kidney failure. It took him out the game. So if you're doing it like that, then that's not a good thing. But I think LeBron with the bio chamber, little bit of a little Balco milk. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it to perfection, and I'm not mad at him. To me, I'm like, more power to you, man. You know what I mean? Because
like Mike did, like
everybody, and believe it or not, man, everybody's doing something. And to me, they should be allowed to do it because these guys, man, like the league, they pumping them up whatever they need to pump them up with so they could play. You know what I mean? They give them every narcotic on the shelf as long as you can get on that field. So why not be able to take care of your body how you want to do it? You know what I mean? At your own risk. So, but it's a great thing. It's a great milestone. I hope he score freaking what's the average NBA season? About 2,000 points, somewhere around there.
I think about 1,500.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So
some people get 2,000.
Average.
I'm saying I hope he get about 44,000 before he retire, man.
I say 44,000. That's my rough estimate of at the end for him. I don't think he get more than that shit. If he do, he cheating the system for real. We're gonna find out, because the thing is, if they whatever he's doing, it must be legal because he ain't.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing it. Whatever he's doing to perfection, and I'm like, more power to you. You know, man, because they take advantage of the players all the time. You know what I mean? They throw them out there no matter what. So whatever they need to do to perform better, let them do it. You know, it is what it is.
I'm with you on this one. This is the part that I'm with you on that about when we watched Jordan get old, we watched Bird get old, we watched all these stars and Jerry Rice, all those players get old.
Oh, we can't count Larry Bird. We can't count Larry Bird.
Well, he had that long back. Larry Bird.
No, Larry Bird
had that bad back.
He did that shit to himself. That man was trying to pave a goddamn driveway.
No, but I'm with Greg on this one. I got to go with Big G on this one because ain't no way in hell you 38 years old. You something. I don't know. I haven't seen. I mean, why
are y'all?
Kobe's body? No, because Kobe's body broke down.
Kobe tore his Achilles.
Shaq's body broke down.
All these Achilles. Shaq didn't want to work out.
Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan, all of these people's bodies broke down.
Like that's what I'm saying. Dominique tore his ACL. Jordan, he had a clear drinking problem. Like, so.
But look, man, I'll tell you. I mean, LeBron, you can see a little. I mean, of course, he's slowed down. He's not the same, but that brother, he's
nowhere near as physical as he used to be.
Nah,
look at his shooting numbers.
Level. That man's body, his body don't look old at all. His body still looks like a young dude. You know what I mean?
It's because he went to Turkey and got that hair transplant. You see, he got a hairline.
Yeah, I think he got more than that. I think he got a little.
Oh, he got that little thing that they showed on TV. They put it like they making a pizza. They put it like they finna make a pizza on that nigga here. They put the sauce, get the dough, roll it up, put it on his head, throw the sauce.
I think he got that baboon blood transfusion too, though.
But I know that is a trip. He do got some hair now, huh? A little.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He doing the damn thing.
Man, I think he just, bro, he does everything that he's supposed to do, but he's doing extra. You know what I'm saying? He work out, he eat healthy, he's doing good like that. But at the same time, he's sprinkling a little bit of that Balco dust up in there too, man. I mean, if the players talk with the players, no. Man, why would KG, he wouldn't throw his brother under the bus like that, man.
Yes, he would. He do not like LeBron.
Nah, man. I mean, that's too salacious to say it with no merit at all. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, we saw Jose Canseco throw Mark McGuire under the bus quick. You think
Canseco, he threw everybody under the bus.
That's what I'm saying. You really think KG wouldn't be like,
No, man. Jordan. I mean, LeBron went to Greg Anderson and Barry Bonds and got some of that dream cream.
Not the dream cream. I just rub it on my skin. But real talk. Let's be real. Do you think anybody will ever come close, even smell it?
Nah.
In this generation coming up, anybody in this generation coming up? Me personally, you know who I think the only one that could be like
I know
not in the conversation.
Who am I say?
You
gonna say Wemby?
No, hell no.
Bro,
Hell no, that fool knees gonna break down.
Wemby gonna play like 12 years. The only one that I can see genuinely do it because they like have fun is Ant Edwards. I like the way he plays. Not saying that he's gonna hit 40K, but someone who could be like,
he ain't gonna do it because he play hard, and you can tell he don't put in as much work on his body like LeBron, man.
No, he don't. He don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he ever, because right now, if you being real, if you watch Edwards play, he still rely on his athleticism, like LeBron.
Yeah,
like LeBron did the same thing early on in his career. But who knows? But I just like me personally. Ant Edwards is one of my favorite players in the league right now. So
yeah, I like him too. And the thing with LeBron, bro, it's a trip. They say he's not a scorer because he makes scoring look easy. Like when you look up in the game before you know it, third quarter, he got like 25 already. So yeah, it's almost like he could do whatever he want to do. If he could stay at, at third quarter, if he got 25, it's almost like he's like, let me coast my way to 30, 31, 32, whatever. Or, if something's on the line, he can go for 40. He can go for 50. Man, he is doing the Warriors dirty in the finals. I mean, they lost.
That man dropped 51 and it made it look easy.
So he can score when he want to, but he's an enigma, man. He's one of one.
I think people's biggest knock on LeBron is the fact that he doesn't quote unquote have that killer instinct. He wants to get his team involved. I think that's his biggest knock. Everybody talks about Jordan and Kobe and that killer mentality, but people fail to forget like LeBron is a team first guy. He's been that his entire career, and people try to fault him for that, and I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know what it is because, like, let's just say LeBron, he could put up the same exact numbers as Jordan or Kobe, and it'll look different. Jordan and Kobe be looking like they're trying. LeBron should look. One thing I'll say about him, he make it look a lot easier. You know what I mean?
Shit, he's 6'9", 260.
Hey, man, a lot of 6'9" dudes that went through in the NBA can't score like that, man.
Nah. Because you got to think about it too. Like before him, if you were 6'9", about 260, your ass was in the paint. He wasn't handling the ball. He wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like look at Larry. Look at Larry Johnson. Yeah, Magic. That's it.
Magic handled the ball though.
Magic was handling a lot more.
Magic. Okay, Magic ushered it in. Then Penny Hardaway came next, and then
but it was like it was few and far in between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. But
yeah, man. But kudos to him. You know what I mean? We went extra on that, but in the end, I don't think none of us think anyone will be catching that record for a long time, if at all.
Yeah, nah.
All right, so we're gonna keep it moving, pushing right along. Mr. Russell Wilson was cut recently, and the Broncos saved $85 million. Oh no, excuse me, not saved. They had to eat.
Yeah, they got to pay that man
over the course of the next 2 years. Man, it's crazy. Russ is 35 years old. He's not in his prime. He's a little past his prime, but he's not over the hill to the point where he's not serviceable. So, what do you guys think is the best situation for him, Architect?
I think he still got. I still think he has some left in the tank. I think Denver was just a bad situation. If I'm being completely honest, his first year there, they hired Nathaniel Hackett, which should have never happened to begin with, because we all see Nathaniel Hackett with an offense in New York. It didn't look good, even with the 4 plays that Aaron Rodgers played. It wasn't nothing crazy. And then his second year, he gets Sean Payton, and Sean Payton first day. He basically said, I don't fuck with Russell Wilson. So I think he was just in a bad situation overall. Granted, he wanted to be there and all that, blah, 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 blah. But me personally, I think Russell Wilson still got some stuff left in the tank. I think he could go somewhere. Shit, if Minnesota don't re-sign Kurt, maybe he could go there. You know what I'm saying? Nah, not New England. Shit, I don't know where else. Tennessee, maybe Washington, something like that. But like, I still think that with under the right circumstances, Russell Wilson can still be a quarterback that can lead your team to the playoffs, as long as you have a good enough defense. Because let's just be real here: when Russell Wilson was doing great in Seattle, he had a great defense. I think, and he had a running game. And
Marshawn.
But I don't think it's the end for Russell Wilson. I think, the media, obviously, whatever the hell he was doing in Denver with the own personal office, team Russ, whatever. It wasn't the best of choices that he made, but I don't think he's done yet. I don't think he's done yet. I think he's still got some.
So what do you think is a good landing spot for him?
I think the best situation for him would be Minnesota, but I think they're going with Kirk Cousins. I hear rumblings about the Raiders, and albeit I wholeheartedly believe that because of his veteran presence and whatnot, and like he would be the Tim Tebow of the Raiders. He'd be like you know what I'm saying? But I don't see the Raiders doing that. I would like to see him in Minnesota with the Justin Jefferson, with the decent run game. Maybe I don't even know where else, to be honest. If Cleveland didn't pay Deshaun Watson all that money, Atlanta. I can see Atlanta. Atlanta would actually be good. And then lastly, I don't know, man. Maybe New England, they're drafting a quarterback. So, and Tampa is getting Baker and what? I don't know. Yeah, it would have to be Minnesota or the Raiders. Minnesota, the Raiders, or the Falcons. Those would be my three teams that I could see him going. Because these other teams, they're going to draft a quarterback, and I don't see them picking up a veteran who is going to start or going to want to start.
Okay. Raider Mike, what's your take on where Russell would be a good spot for him?
Well, I think Russell's a good spot for him. He might be sitting on his couch with a remote control.
Damn.
I'm just saying, because if he don't get the right situation, I'd sit on the couch and collect that money for the year. I think
you love football, man.
I love football, but I think the ideal spot. Okay, we could say the Raiders could be. We got a running game, we got defense, we got everything. That would be one spot. But the number one spot, I think, he should go play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't have a proven quarterback. They got Kenny Pickett. You got Mason Rudolph. He's better than both of those quarterbacks still. And Pittsburgh has a running game. They have a defense. I think Pittsburgh would be an excellent landing spot. And Tomlin can deal with him. And Tomlin is do the Jedi mind trick with him, get him to do what he wants him to do. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best spot for Russell Wilson is to go sign, take a league minimum or a veteran minimum, get $5 million or whatever you get, whatever it is for that year, and go there for 1 year. He still got to collect his $39 million anyway, regardless of the fact this year.
I think Pittsburgh might be committed to Kenny though, because they already said they wasn't going to.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying I would be uncommitted to Kenny Pickett because he ain't done nothing. Mason Rudolph ain't done nothing.
I forgot about the Steelers. That would be a good fit.
That would be the best. I think that's the best spot for him because they got everything there, and he wouldn't have to
smack the shit out of him.
Because I just think,
Because Mike Tomlin would smack the hell out of him if he got out of line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mike Tomlin can handle him.
He don't play that.
I think Mike slapped the lightning out of him. I just think Russell Wilson can still play at a high level. He ain't as good as he used to be when he was down with the Legion of Boom and all that, and and Marshawn, of course. But,
damn, that would be a good fit. Yeah, I want to see him in Steelers.
Pittsburgh would be the excellent fit. Pittsburgh or the Raiders. I think either one. Because because the Raiders, we would only need them for 1 year. And then if you say we can still draft the quarterback and let the quarterback learn.
We can go get Milton from Tennessee.
And then Russell Wilson can play for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? It would them or the Raiders, I think, or Tennessee. No, with Tennessee now, they all in on.
What about Minnesota?
Minnesota, they gonna keep Kirk Cousins. They ain't crazy. But I think that's the best landing spot for Russell Wilson is the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Las Vegas Raiders. But more or less the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though, hey, Kenny Pickett might need to sit maybe another year to get some seasoning or something. And we know what we got, but that's it.
Okay. And for me, I'm along those lines too, because I was looking at the Falcons. They have a young team. They have a young nucleus. they need a quarterback to grow with them. I think for the Falcons, if they get Justin Fields, they'll be ready to roll.
If they get Justin Fields, they're gonna be in the
You know what I'm
playoffs in
saying?
the next
They got
3 to 5 years.
They got London out there. They got Pitts. They got freaking Bijan. I think they ready to roll. They get a young quarterback. Russell Wilson is not a good fit there. They don't need
an old
anything
head.
that he's going to bring to the table. Bears, I say no way. Shit, because it's either they drafting a quarterback, keeping Fields, but they're going to draft somebody. So
they're taking Caleb.
And the Raiders, you guys play him twice a year. Don't you guys have like a freaking 10, 15 game winning streak against the Broncos or something like that?
Yeah.
8. It's like 8 straight.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys seen him twice. Y'all know what he's about. I don't think y'all want none of that, man. I think y'all want to make some upgrades over there. So I don't think that's a good fit. And I think Pittsburgh is the perfect fit. They got the Seattle ingredients when Seattle was good. They got running game. They got Najee back there, and they got the other cat. I forget his name. So they got 2 good running backs.
Oh, Warren.
Yeah.
Warren, yep.
They got
Jalen Warren. Yeah.
Yeah, they got Pickens. You know what I'm saying? They just got to get him.
They got the tight end Freiermuth. Yeah,
so you just got to get him to play.
Deontay Johnson. They got some.
And what else did Seattle have? Seattle had the Legion of Boom. Pittsburgh, it's not Legion of Boom, but it's a good, solid defense. And then you got Tomlin. I guarantee you the ownership will be like, hey, Mike, I want you to talk some of that brother talk to him. You know what I mean? Get him
Hey, the Rooney's gonna be like, yes.
And what I like about Tomlin, he's a straight shooter. You know what I'm saying? I can see him sitting down having a conversation with Russ, like, hey, look, we don't do all that shit over here. We don't do none of that. Own office, your own parking space, private jet. We'll do none of that shit. This is a Steeler way. This is how we do it. This is how it's gonna be. And I think Russ, at this point, he gonna have to ride, man. There's no way he can't call a shot where he want to go. He could try, but it ain't gonna work for him. He gonna have to fall in line wherever he go. In Pittsburgh, bruh, they got somebody like Russ who could just kind of control the game because they don't have like we said, Denver wasn't a good match because Sean Payton, his offense is all on timing. Like Drew Brees, take a 3-step drop, get rid of the ball. 5-step drop, get rid of the ball. Russ is more like, let me get back here, survey a little bit, and then I'll throw. It's off timing. In Pittsburgh, it'll work. So I think if we hear about him going to Pittsburgh, they'll be fine. But if we hear about him going anywhere else, I mean, even if Kurt went somewhere else and he went to Minnesota or if he goes to any other team, it's a wrap. It's not going to be a good fit. So that's what I say. But, hopefully everything works out for that man. He probably wants to play for Atlanta so Sierra can be close to home. You know what I'm saying? But, nah, I don't think the Falcons want none of that meat, man. I
think the Falcons really gonna get Justin, man.
Either they don't or we will. Either they don't.
No, you know who the Raiders want. The Antonio Pearson said it without saying it so many times.
Yeah, we know they want the Jaden Daniels dude, but shit, we're not getting him. We're gonna have to pull off a horrendous trade to do that.
Bye Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, we can let him go, but the thing is, we can't. I don't think that they're gonna be able to get Jaden. I just don't.
I don't know.
Nah, I think you guys might be able to pull off Penix in like the second round or something, though. You know what I mean?
No. Matter of fact, in the next segment, we're going, when we talk about the combine.
Okay. Well, leading in, we're gonna talk next. So we're gonna talk a little combine talk. You know what I mean? Combine took place last week. A lot of interesting things popped out of there. I'm gonna let Architect. I know you followed it very close. I'm gonna let you lead off on that.
Extremely. Speaking of Michael Penix, that man, he just got himself into the top 10 conversation.
He's looking saucy.
That man, you want to talk about accuracy, the arm. I saw him in college throw, but I didn't know his arm was like that. The fact that the man could throw the ball deep and his pinpoint accuracy, I think he only missed 1 or 2 throws the entire combine.
Hey, man. Not to cut you off, but y'all know how I be doing my little gambling parlay cards, all that shit. I remember Michael Penix when he was a freshman at Indiana. I looked at him play. I was like, God dang, he was tight, but then he got hurt.
Yeah.
Tore his ACL, and didn't hear from him again. Then he came back, and he was doing good again, but you could tell he was gimpy. He got hurt again. And I was just like, damn, I guess he's just gonna be one of those dudes. But then he resurfaced years later at Washington. You know what I'm saying, or a year later, and man, his arms always been electric, and he's always had that pinpoint accuracy. But it's crazy because before those injuries, he used to run the ball a lot more. You know what I mean? He was quick, but he's just as good from the pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody gonna come up. I think somebody gonna come up, man.
Oh, for sure. A lot of surprising things that I saw out of the quarterbacks. Definitely, obviously, the top three, they're pretty much locked in. They said Jaden Daniels could be potentially falling out because JJ McCarthy he had a solid combine. But hear me out. The reason being, they got a black quarterback going number one, right?
Black quarterback to who?
They got a black quarterback is going number one, Caleb Williams, right?
Yeah.
We know. You really think the NFL wants two black quarterbacks to go 1 and 2?
It's gonna happen though.
Like the narrative, just think of the narrative. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I think those because they obviously Bo Nix, he had a good day. JJ McCarthy had a good day. Surprising one.
I go by game tape, bro. There was a game this year where Michigan did not trust him to throw the ball in the second half. They won. I forget. It was a tough game they played. They ran the ball every single play in the second half. He did not throw a pass, man. That's not a quarterback that you want to take in the top 5. Ain't no way in hell.
Hey, and if somebody does, that's their fault. But I will say the big surprise for me was that boy Milton from Tennessee.
Yeah.
That man could throw. He got arm. And he could do it. And he's pretty accurate. He'll be a second-round guy. Obviously, 40-yard dash, always a big thing. Hope a speedy recovery to that cornerback, Nate Wiggins. He ran a 4.29. Then after he ran, he said he felt something pop.
Shit.
Hopefully a speedy recovery for him. Obviously, there's a new fastest man, Xavier Worthy. He ran a 4.21 officially. That now we all know.
If
Al Davis was alive, he'd be foaming out the mouth.
But the good thing, Bo Jackson Dion speed right there. Wow.
But they didn't officially get the they did. That was at the pro days, right?
Well, at Auburn pro day, Bo was timed at 4.2 something, like a low 4.2.
I think it was like 4.21 or 4.22, something like that. I don't know.
Was it 4.2 or it was either a low 4.2 or a high 4.1?
It was a high 4.1 something. He said.
Yeah,
4.9.
The thing is with Xavier Worthy, he's not like these other speedy guys where like he doesn't really have injury history. He can catch the ball. If you go look back at that game when they beat Alabama, he tracks the ball extremely well. He's got, like I said, he's got good hands. So I think he moved up into that first round conversation. Be on the lookout. Kansas City might fuck around and snatch him up.
Yeah, I mean he reminded me of Deshaun Jackson, man.
Yeah, he's not. His route running ain't all that, but the receiving class is deep. Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, Brian Thomas. Keon Coleman, he was kind of quiet. I think he ran like a 4.6. He wasn't like the fastest guy, but I think he's more of a game speed than a 40 time.
Yeah, and he's big as hell.
Yeah, he's big as hell. He's country strong. You can tell he's from Louisiana.
Yeah, he reminded me of what's called Benjamin from remember.
But he don't have a weight problem.
Yeah,
yeah. He's not a glorified tight end. He's a wide receiver through and through.
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple of surprising running backs. Blake Corum from Michigan, he did pretty well in the receiving drills and stuff like that. Christian McCaffrey's brother is faster than Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, he has a brother that plays? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he went to Rice. His Luke McCaffrey. So shit, he might, in this wave of
The white
fair
running
skin. No, I would say fair skin receivers. No, his brother's a receiver.
Wow.
He might get picked up in the later rounds. Don't be surprised if he ends up in a Niner jersey. Yeah, man, all around the scouting combine this year, this draft class is really deep in most all positions. There was even a big ass D tackle. He ran like a 4.6 or 4.7. I forgot his name. He was big as hell though. But yeah, man, this draft is going to be very interesting. It's going to be very hard for a team to reach if they draft properly.
Yeah,
like for sure. Everybody's fast though. It's crazy. It looked like everybody, like the one thing they train for is to get that launch off in the 40. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
to me. It's crazy.
Speed kills.
Because in my opinion, in my honest opinion, like running a 40 don't mean you can run a great 40 or you can run a bad 40 and still have game speed.
Oh yeah.
Because like you look at like a Shannon Sharp or a Jerry Rice, dudes didn't run like fast ass 40s, but they got on you give them the ball in their hands and they gone. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah. I mean, shit. Even Emmitt Smith, you rarely see him get caught from behind. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. There's game speed in there. It's like you said. There's game speed and there's actual track speed. So
yeah,
that's why Tyreek Hill is special because he has both. You know,
man.
I don't know. Nice little assessment rating, Mike. I know you saw some stuff during that combine. What'd you see, man?
Well, I watched it the 3 days, and I seen some. I like what I seen out of Penix for damn sure. I was watching close. He was accurate on the deep ball. He can throw the deep ball. The way he moves and maneuvers in the pocket. And he may have missed 2 passes. One of them was dropped. So I seen the receiver drop one, hit him dead in the hands. I was like, well, that ain't his fault. You know, I was impressed with him, but you know, my thing about this whole draft combine, you know, I don't care about workout warriors and 40-time warriors. I want to see what you do when you get game time warriors is what we need. All that stuff. I mean, it's nice because, you know, you want to see some people's draft stock went up because if they fast or whatever, but we see how fast they catch on when they get on the field, the real field. And that's what matters to me. I don't care about 40 times. I care about game time, you know, and there's going to be some of these players that we talking about right now about how well they did in that combine. As soon as they hit the field, they're going to hit a damn, you know, they're going to hit a ditch. Some of them are, some of them are not. But I'm not getting my hopes up that high on that. But what I seen out of Penix, what you see him in the game film you seen at the combine. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get no surprises. And I said, surprisingly, he can throw this. No, he's been like that. He can throw the deep ball. So then there was some linebackers that were fast. Not forget the one dude, he ran a 4.39 or 4.37. There was defensive end that ran a 4.4 or 4, like a 4.4, 4.49. So you know, there were some impressive things and there were some good running backs, but you know, the running backs, they devalued them so bad. So like there ain't no running back in the first round. The first running back coming off the board go in the second round. And
that's crazy.
You go in the second round, ain't gonna be no first round running backs this year. They all going in the second round. And we know the wide receivers is all going off the board. All those good wide receivers may all go off in the first round. If the teams that need wide receivers, all those good wide receivers are going off the board. So cornerbacks are going off the board. There's some good fast cornerbacks too. They ran a 4. He ran a 4.2 something, 4.29, 4.27, 4.27. So it was a lot of, you know, pleasant surprise. Wasn't no surprises, but it was a good. This is going to be this is probably going to be the deepest NFL draft in a long time. I really think it's the deepest wide receiver draft. It's the deepest quarterback draft. And I think it's a lot of good running backs. And the DBs. It's going to be a DBs draft. They loaded everywhere. Offensive line.
Everywhere.
This is going to probably be the best draft class. I'm not going to say it may be the deepest.
It might be better. It might be better than was it 83 or 84?
The deepest draft class ever. That's all. I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, it got excellent because, you know, this is the year where we're gonna see who's a good GM.
Yes.
It's a lot of ingredients to get in there and make a nice little team. So we're gonna see who's gonna earn their money. You know, and this kill me. Y'all know I'm a Cowboys fan, so it's gonna.
Y'all drafting no linemen. We know y'all drafting no linemen.
Well, Jerry and Steven, you know what I'm saying? They over there making all the picks, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes.
Oh, speaking of that linebacker that Mike was talking about, Dallas Turner from Alabama ran a 4.46.
Yeah, that dude, he was bad. He nice. But that cornerback from Alabama is nice too.
Oh, Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid, him, and no, not it's two of them. They got two of them in the draft.
Yeah, it's another one. I forgot his name. I just remember Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid is raw too. Hey, you want some Kool-Aid? They had that food down there trying Kool-Aid.
Dallas Turner.
None of that Jim Jones grape though.
Dallas Turner is 6'3", 250, running a 4.4.
He's stupid, man.
What the hell?
You don't know nothing about that, young G.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know.
Yeah, only me and Greg know about this one.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
We'll talk to you about that off.
Yes. Well, we can keep it flowing. We'll roll right into free agency. You know what I mean? So, what do you guys think of some of these cuts these teams are making? And I believe a player or two was signed free agency. You know what I mean? We'll roll right into that. Architect.
I'm gonna just throw out a couple of big names. Buffalo Bills, Jordan Poyer, Tre'Davious White, Chicago Bears, Eddie Jackson. Obviously, Russell Wilson was out there for the Broncos. The Chiefs, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Miami Dolphins, Jerome Baker, Xavier Howard. Who else? Patriots, J.C. Jackson. Philly, just after trading for Kevin Byard, let him go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks, Quandre Diggs and Jamal Adams. Like, it's kind of crazy, you know? Granted, some of these guys have been nicked up and stuff like that, but they're still like, when they're healthy, they're good. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You gotta try and save some space, and maybe you're trying to make some moves, but it'll be surprising to see some of these guys not kind of fly off the board once free agency officially starts.
So they're gonna start flying off. They're gonna fly off in a minute.
Now imagine, let's just because obviously, and this is just me rooting for the Cowboys for you. Imagine if y'all do go out and get like Tre'Davious White, and then y'all have Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, and Tre'Davious White.
What about Jerry Sneed? Shoot, he a free agent.
Yeah, but Minnesota talking about Ladarius Sneed right now. Minnesota already getting their mitts on.
No. The Chiefs tagged him, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Yeah, but he don't want to be tagged. I think they gonna trade him. I don't think
so, man.
They finna trade him because he don't want to be tagged.
Let me see.
I think they
got that right though. Shit, I wouldn't.
No, exactly.
No, but Minnesota is trying to work a deal with Kansas City to get Ladarius Sneed.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's just so many players out there, man.
There's so many, dude.
This is a good year. This year is a year you can make some strides, man. There is a lot of talent out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we ain't
even talking about not Josh Allen from the Bills, the quarterback, but the Josh Allen
from the Jags. Yeah,
the edge rusher. You know what I mean? You need him. He out there.
Chris Jones.
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins gonna.
You mean Minnesota gonna let? The Chiefs gonna let Chris Jones walk?
Yeah, they almost did last year. Last year. So,
bruh, it's a lot of good players. It's freaking Antoine Winfield.
Yeah, I heard about that one, but we ain't even finished yet. The Chargers is about to unload.
I believe Michael Pittman. I think he signed back.
It's a non-exclusive franchise tag. A lot of these teams, same thing with Josh Allen.
He could be matched. Someone could offer him something, and Indy got a chance to match it.
Yeah, see, Ladarius Sneed, non-exclusive franchise tag. Same thing with what's that boy? The T. Higgins, non-exclusive. A lot of these guys are getting the non-exclusive tag. Oh, let's not forget another one. That boy from Carolina, Brian Burns.
I heard.
What I'm saying. He signed a they tagged him. A lot of these guys are getting non-exclusive, and
Yeah,
a lot of
see.
the salary cap just went up. I forgot I forgot what team got 109 million in cap space. There's some team that has that.
Let's see.
They wasn't good last year.
Yeah, I forgot. They got a lot of money, man.
Let's see.
I forgot, man. Where is it?
Let's see.
I think it's the Commanders.
Yeah, we seen how they did.
No, yeah, the Commanders have 96 million.
They got 91 million.
No.
Let's see how long they last.
Well, I'll say the Bears got 78 million, Titans got 75 million, and the Colts got 70 million.
Yeah.
Whoa. They're not the most though. The Patriots got 101 million.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I forgot. I knew a team had 100-something million.
God
damn. We see how they placed.
Yeah, and you see, shit, they seem they don't know how to put it together without Tom, man.
No, that Bill Belichick didn't know how to do it without Tom. We're gonna see what Gerard gonna do, man.
Yeah, they got a whole lot of money to play with, boy. They could throw a team together.
101 million.
Yeah, man.
What the hell?
We gonna see, dog. We gonna see. We gonna run it. He gonna keep on running it up. In the end, whoever the best GM in the league, the top GMs are gonna show their worth this year.
Absolutely.
We shall see.
There are no excuses this year.
But like I said, the Chargers haven't started unloading yet, and they got they over the salary cap.
Yeah, the Chargers.
They're about to unload. They're gonna have to unload Khalil Mack. They're gonna have to unload Keenan Allen. They're gonna have to unload the running back. They got some unloading to do because they can't keep all of those players, man.
They're negative 25 mil.
Right, and Mike Williams. They went how much? Because I thought
25 mil.
I thought it was more than that. Oh, I thought they were. They not so they. No, I thought they said they were over by a lot.
25 million, right?
25 million.
No, I thought it was more than that.
No, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Well, they gonna unload somebody because you think they keep Keenan Allen? You keep Keenan Allen or Mike Williams. You keep Keenan Allen with more stability and more been around longer. But damn, somebody's finna go. Well, Khalil Mack gonna either get packaged and maybe even Keenan Allen or Mike Williams. But nobody talking about Mike.
Don't be surprised if you see Derwin James on the board.
Yeah, him too. He might be too, but remember, see, Tampa Bay did it right. They signed Mike Evans to a 2-year, $52 million, $35 million guaranteed. He earned that 10 straight 1,000-yard seasons. So nobody else in the history of football has done it. No receiver has done that, not even Jerry Rice. So I tip my cap. They had to keep him. I see
why the Bills was unloading players. Shit, they down 41 mil.
Yeah, that's why they had to. But they
get rid of the contracts.
Well, you know what's going to happen to them? The Buffalo Bills are going to go down. They're going to be they finna go down because
Buffalo Bills is going downhill.
Yeah, I think they're going to be damn near starting over. Because they got a lot, and who's to say Stephon Diggs want to stay there?
Yeah, that's right.
And that's another thing. They better hope he do. Because Gabe Davis is that dude.
He's not.
So if he's that dude, then you let him walk. If he want to walk,
he's a great number 2. He's not number 1.
He's like Juju Smith. He looked good next to Antonio Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
By himself that bullshit.
Yeah, once Antonio left, Juju's juice was gone in Pittsburgh. Huh? Antonio Brown he was a good receiver, but he just can keep his head right. But and then let me see the Raiders. We
got 42 million.
We all right. We all right, but we just need to sign Josh Jacobs. I know he's a free agent. We got to sign that guy, and I don't know. Let me see who else is gone.
Derrick Henry or Saquon going to the Cowboys. Watch.
Derrick Henry.
I think so. I'll take him.
One of them.
Y'all get Saquon? Oh shit!
Saquon come to Dallas.
I'll take Saquon,
but they could still keep both of them back. Couldn't they still keep what's his name and Saquon?
Yeah, I'll take him, man.
Pollard, you keep Pollard, and you keep because you got to have somebody in case that fool get hurt.
Yeah, man, come on. Y'all take it. We going back into football season. We gonna push it forward. Man. We gonna push it
forward. Football season about to start back up in like a week.
I know.
Shit, draft is next month.
Yes, indeed. It's coming up. We're gonna switch gears. We're gonna LeVar it again. Switch gears. Now, it's the small ball era over in the NBA. You know, with the Warriors looking like bottom of the playoff situation. You know what I'm saying? I think they're in the play-in. They're not even like an actual seed. That style of basketball, is it over? You know what I mean? Is it now we're back to true positions? As far as we're positionless, but chucking up threes. Is that era over? Running and gunning. I don't know. Architect, you seem to think differently, but we're going to let Raider Mike start this one off.
I don't think it's over chucking up the threes. That's going to be around. It's been created. The Warriors and messed the game up. But I just think for the Warriors is the reason why the wheels and fell off. The Warriors are old, man. They got to look at all the young teams. Look at the OKCs, the Timberwolves. They're running circles around the Warriors right about now. You know, I don't think it's over. And they shooting threes. Those teams are shooting threes just like crazy as everybody else is.
They're pulling them.
And they're making them. So I just think that I don't think that the era is over. I just think that you have to have a young team now. It's a young man's game, and it's not an old man's game. You know, if you ain't young enough to run up and down the floor and shoot them threes and do them fast breaks, and the Warriors are just they need to go young again. It's a young man's game. It's not over. I don't think that that style of play is over. I just think that you have to have a young team. You can't go out there with old people out there with bad feet, bad knees. You know, you can't mix, like they say. You just can't make fresh cake with old butter. Because it's not gonna work. Old butter don't make good cake no more.
I like that. I like that.
Old butter don't make good cake no more. And the Warriors, the cake is sour. Don't go up there, Steve. The cake is and the floor is sour. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that. I mean, I think it's still okay, but I just think like I said, you got the OKCs, you got the Timberwolves, and even the Rockets. Mind you, the Rockets look pretty good. I watched them play against OKC. They was going at it.
Yeah.
So all those young teams give the Warriors a problem.
Yeah, I think you hit it. You got a great point. You know what I'm saying? You got great points, I should say. Architect, what do you think?
Put this together. I think it's over. I think the era of not having a guy who is 6'11", 7 feet, who can guard 1 through not 1 through 5, about 3 through 5. I think that's coming around. If you look at it, a lot of teams now they're trying to follow the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Having that big man you can kind of run your offense through. You see after the Nuggets, you see obviously like the Raider Mike alluded to, the Rockets. They're doing that kind of with what's that boy? Sengun. You see Sacramento do it with Sabonis. But also you look at teams like OKC where you have, I think the shortest guy in their lineup is Shea. He's 6'7", 6'8". You know what I'm saying? You're going to look at the NBA in the future. You're going to be looking at your point guard being 6'7", your 2 being 6'10", and so on and so forth.
Damn, you think so, huh?
6'10", hell no.
Shit.
Yeah, because if you look at it,
he ain't gonna let Greg. We'll see how long he lasts.
Look at it now. Look at Orlando. Look at Orlando. They have Franz Wagner, who I believe he's 6'10". He's playing the 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I gotta read that one up. I ain't
Franz Wagner.
on him too.
They have him listed as a small forward, but they also play him at the 2. You know what I'm saying? And he's averaging 20 right now. Like you look at these dudes, you look at like if you look like I'm looking at the Magic right now, right? The Magic. They are what are they? They're 4th seed right now, right? Their starting lineup, if I'm not mistaken, it's Paulo, Franz Wagner. I think the shortest person in their lineup right now, and their starting lineup is Markel
basketball. Fultz. Technically, it is positionless. That's what they call it. But the dudes are usually like their basketball size. Like your point guard is just short as cat. Your 2 guard, you know what I mean? It's still people are playing the positions. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's not the same. It's not like dump the ball down the shack type of.
No, they play 5 out. It's spacing. It's all about spacing now. But that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have all these guys who are 6'6", 6'7", and above spacing the floor. Like that's gonna be crazy. That's something you're not gonna see. It's not those days of seeing like a Stephen. Those days of seeing, especially like an Isaiah Thomas. Like it's going to be few and far between now because the NBA is looking for those tall guys who can handle the ball. They're looking for the next Kevin Durant. They're looking for a Jason Tatum. They're looking for a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for these guys who, with these big wingspans, who can cover a lot of space. And wholeheartedly, I think, man, I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's a cool thing to look at, but at the same time, man, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy when you think about it because just a couple years ago, you know what I'm saying? I think Draymond was your center and he is 6'5", 6'6".
Well,
now
go ahead.
Oh, I was saying now you look at it and you're like, shit, Draymond out there still playing center, but he's guarding Wemby, he's guarding Jokic, Embiid, he's guarding these bigger dudes. It's kind of
technically
crazy.
He's not the center because you got Looney at the center. But this is the thing. I don't think the Warriors won with small ball. You know what I mean? Small ball is when they had Nelly, when they had Rotten TMC, when they had Tim Hardaway, freaking Mitch Richmond, Chris Mullin. That's what they did. They ran up and down, small ball. But if you really peep, when the Warriors won their first title, who was the center? Bogut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't small ball necessarily. You know what I mean? They moved the ball around, but they had big. And then you go the next time you win a title. Who's the center? JaVale McGee. You know what I mean? You got him. And the other times, you know, what was that? KD, did they win 2 or 1 with KD?
But you gotta look though. You gotta look though. Remember when they called it the death lineup? And they did like when the Warriors were trying to go on a run, they didn't have Bogut in them in. It was Iggy, Draymond, Clay, Steph.
But they always had that option. They had that option to mess around and go to the depth lineup. But when they always had a big person.
But even with KD, they only had Kevon Looney.
Well, look, KD.
No, they had JaVale McGee one of those years too with KD.
KD was a freaking nuclear weapon. So it's almost like you can't necessarily count that because that's special. You could throw KD on there, and you know had he not got injured in that series with Toronto, the Warriors would have won that goddamn series, man. You know what I'm saying? That last game, he came out there and he played for them few series. He was lighting their ass up on one leg, and that leg gave out, then we lost. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. The one anomaly type title that we got was the one
2 years ago.
Last year, the year before with Looney. Looney was the big dude but Looney was getting about 20 rebounds a game. Man.
Looney was out there.
So that's the small ball. Small ball is what the Warriors did. Like I said, Run TMC. It's what the Phoenix Suns did when they had freaking Steve Nash, they had Kevin Johnson. You know what I'm saying? That their era, huh?
When they had Stoudemire and shit?
Yeah, Amari Stoudemire. I mean, that was small ball. Like what's going on now, it's not small ball. It's a different brand of basketball. It's, you know, they spacing the floor and all that. But if you don't have no size, what the Warriors found out, if you do not have size in this league, you are not winning, man. You know what I mean?
And
we get punked. When we play big teams, we get punked. Why do you think the Lakers beat us? The Lakers got size, man. I mean, anytime they play a team with size, they cannot hang. So you can try that small ball if you want to, but you better surround them shooters with some big dudes down low.
That's why I told them they should have kept Wiseman.
But he just wasn't getting it. I mean,
he would eventually would have got it. They getting it now.
Nah, they were trying to win a chip.
I mean,
what is he?
They
got a window.
Now.
Well, let me ask you this.
What is he doing now?
What is Wiseman doing right now?
He played for. I don't know. Is he hurt?
He ain't doing nothing in Detroit.
Why he ain't hurt?
Not doing nothing.
He can't fucking. I mean, he can't get on the court. I mean, what do you do with that? If the dude can't get on the dang court,
playing pretty good last year,
bruh.
When
you keep on trying to make Wiseman a starter. Wiseman is what he is. He's freaking Chris Washburn. He's freaking
he ain't that
Joe
bad.
Barry Carroll. He's, you know what I'm saying?
Don't be that bad. Them was pretty bad.
He can't get on the court, man. I mean, if his basketball IQ doesn't improve, it's like, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I pulled for him too. I wanted him to keep him.
Didn't he win one chip with the Warriors? He was on there for one championship, huh?
I think the last one, I believe.
Yeah, he was. He was on there for that last one. Yeah, he was. He was there.
But he just can't, shit. He's just gonna be a journeyman right at this point, unless he something changes. Maybe he can put it together. I pull for the guy. I hope he can get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we want him to succeed. He still got action. He's 7 feet tall, man. That dude.
7'1", and
I mean, he's only 22. But I see with the Warriors, they needed somebody who was ready.
Yeah,
they didn't have time to develop. They didn't have time to develop because they know they have a window with Steph.
Exactly. But with that, but we will see. We will see. But with that, that's going to conclude this week's episode. I'm going to let my brothers sign off.
It's your boy Raider Mike, and we're going to see what it do next month. We'll just count on the days.
Mm-hmm. It's your buddy Young Architect, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in as always. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week.
Yes, indeed. And like the architect said, like, comment, subscribe, and always also share. Share. Let a friend tell a friend and friend. You know what I'm saying? But until next week, Big G out.